A substantial majority of people around the world want their governments to prioritize saving lives over restarting economies. This is the conclusion of the latest trust barometer, of course, that comes from the Edelman report. 67% say public health should be the government's top priority. Public trust in corporations is waning too. They believe that businesses putting profits before people. And 40% say companies aren't protecting employees. Richard Edelman is with me, Chief Executive of Edelman. He joins me from New York. Richard, very good to talk to you. Let me jump straight onto this, because this is the exact opposite of what we normally find, where you have told me at Davos every year that people have more faith in their CEOs and their companies than they do in their governments. So it's changed majorly.
This is a huge change in the trust landscape, Richard. It's like World War II. It's a global pandemic. It's also an economic crisis, and people are scared, and they're going to big mama government. And the trust levels that are given to government are stunning. 75% say it's okay to be locked down. 65% say it's okay, you have my data from my cell phone about where I am. That's real change. And also, government leaders are now more trusted than CEOs. We've never seen that before. So, in fact, this pandemic has really changed attitudes.
What's perhaps worrying is this perception that CEOs don't care, that corporations don't care. And it's, I would say, especially worrying, Richard, because they've spent so much time and money on feel-good commercials telling us how much they care.
So here's the story. We need CEOs now to be public leaders, not just communicate through ads or through product donations. That's good for a first phase. Now that we have a moment in which the world seems to be opening up again, that we're going to go back to business, to the new normal, CEOs have to describe a future that's actually going to be safe. So the Starbucks restaurant with, very few people sitting in it, and PPE for the employees, and 6 foot distancing for the customers. This is the new normal that's going to be for any restaurant. And similarly, airlines are going to have to decide about putting masks on the people who fly the planes, because that makes everybody feel safe.
Richard, you come to this from both sides. You run your own company as well, obviously, but how realistic is all of this in the sense of the reopening of the economy, which is another moment of trust for people to look at companies, but at the same time, we were talking earlier, the idea that the middle seat remains empty is uneconomic for an airline that can't make money if they do that.
So we're going to have to reconsider our business models, and we're going to have to look at it very carefully in the wake of COVID. This is the moment of reckoning for business, and we have to show that, in fact, we can make money and keep people safe. This is not just about somehow a short-term problem. This is a long-term reconsideration that is keeping the promise of stakeholder capitalism that the big businesses made last August with Jamie Dimon and Alex Gorski of J&J. They signed 189 companies. So now they have to do it, and we have to help them do it by communicating what they see in the future. We can't just surprise people. We have to tell them what they're going to see. We're going to have to show them that it's been checked by health experts, and then we're going to have to deliver.
From what you know so far, are we prepared for an autumn and into next spring that continues to require a level of social distancing, the like of which we've never seen before? From your research and from what you've seen about the public's acceptance of this.
So I think people are getting tired of being cooped up, that's sure. Last weekend in New York, people were out in Central Park sunning themselves on the Great Lawn. But we're going to have to condition ourselves to a gradual return to a new normal, because otherwise we're going to have outbreaks. So everyone is going to have to be about we, not me. And I believe in the people, and I believe that companies need to show the way forward, that it can't just be government, and government's also going to run out of money at some point. We can't just keep doing PPP programs. We actually have to get back to business, and business is going to have to figure this out. I'm going to have to figure it out for my own employees. Maybe run A and B shifts, make sure that people wear masks around the office. We have got to find a way also go to travel to see clients, because that's what we do.
Richard, I promise you, I think this is the first time I've had the privilege of talking to you during this crisis so far. So please make a promise that you'll come back again as we go into this next very difficult stage of the reopening. Richard Edelman joining me there now.